So while the 8BitDo Ultimate Wireless Controller is still my personal go-to when it comes to a controller for playing docked mode with the Steam Deck, I did realize that I have a ton of other console controllers laying around the house that would also be perfectly suited to the purpose. So I figured I would go ahead and make a video about it, and this is just a quick and dirty guide about how to connect your Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo controllers to your Steam Deck. I've timestamped all the individual models below if you just want to jump straight to the section that you need help with, but with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and start with the Xbox, then the PlayStation, and finally the Switch. First up, let's take a look at the Xbox One 3rd generation controller shown here. To pair this, you'll want to turn your controller on, look for the wireless connection button at the top here, and hold that guy down. The Xbox logo on the controller will begin to flash, and as you'll see here in the Bluetooth section of your settings, it is available to pair here as a wireless Xbox controller, so go ahead and select it and you're good to go. Next up is the Xbox Series X and S controller, which is mostly the same as the Xbox One controller, except for the fact that it does have a share button here, which is a quick differentiator if you have a ton of Xbox controllers laying around. To pair this, we'll follow largely the same process as the Xbox One controller, where you'll first want to turn your controller on, hit the wireless connection button up top here on the left again and hold it down. The Xbox logo will begin blinking again on the controller, and finally you'll see it show up here also as a wireless Xbox controller, where you can again select it to pair up. Now let's move on to the PlayStation, starting with the Dualshock 3, or the SIXAXIS as I have here, which is the older controller for the PlayStation 3. The quickest and the easiest way to pair this is just to plug a USB cable in between the Steam Deck and your controller. After you do this, this will actually appear in the controller section as a wired controller, but then it should also be listed under Bluetooth, where you can select it to pair it and use it wirelessly from that point on. Also, I believe there is a way that you can pair this wirelessly without using a USB cable, but I did have some trouble finding instructions that kind of explained how to do this, so if this is something you know how to do, feel free to shout me out in the comments and I'll pin it up top so people can benefit from that. Now let's move on to the PS4's DualShock 4 controller. For this, you'll want to hold down the share button to the left of the touchpad, and then also hold the PlayStation button in the middle down until you see the light start to rapidly flash on the front of the controller. This will cause it to appear in the Bluetooth section as a wireless controller, and you can select it to get connected. And now the most recent PlayStation controller, the PS5's DualSense. Just like the DualShock 4, you'll want to hold the share button down on the left side of the touchpad first, and then hold in the PlayStation button in the middle at the same time once more. You'll find that the lights surrounding the touchpad will start to rapidly flash, and now you'll find this listed as a DualSense controller in the Bluetooth section and ready for pairing. And with Xbox and PlayStation out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to Nintendo, starting with the Joy-Cons. To start the connection process, hold the wireless connect button along the railing on both of your Joy-Cons, and then you'll see both the left and right Joy-Cons appearing as connectable controllers within the Bluetooth section of your settings, and then just go ahead and select each one of these to complete the pairing process. And finally, here's how to pair the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Much like the Xbox One and Series S/X controllers, there's a wireless connection button on top of the Pro controller. Hold this guy in until you see the lights flash on the bottom of the controller. At this point, you'll find the controller appear listed as a Pro controller within the Bluetooth section of your settings, and you can go ahead and complete the pairing process. Alright, and that's it for this video. Again, just a short and sweet tutorial showing how to connect different controllers to the Steam Deck. So, if you have any questions or feedback or comments, please do let me know below, as I would definitely appreciate that. As always, thank you so much for your time and hanging out here on the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.